Hey, today I wanted to talk to you a bit about the planetary symbolism in my Kabbalistic candle magic system, or in any system that uses planetary forces, whether that be in the form of invoking planetary spirits or archangels, or just more broadly using planetary symbolism as the primary driving force in that spell, right? Of course, the planetary power. And the question that I've been getting a lot is which planet is based for X? And people have a very, I think, a narrow way of looking at the use of the planets in magic. And that tends to follow along the lines of Venus is for love, Mars is for war or for protection, Jupiter is for money, and so on, right? Our sort of standard stock notions about what planets are most well known for. But honestly, you could use any planet for any kind of magical effect if you understood how that planet applied to that effect well enough. It's of course fine to go with the standard Venus for love kind of symbolism, but Venus could be used for lots of different things, you know, and sometimes using the planet that seems the most obvious in a spell, say Jupiter for financial magic, might not in fact be optimal if you think through what it is that you're trying to achieve and what the context is for that spell. So for example, you might be trying to make money, but you work in sales, and it makes sense logically that you would want to use Jupiter because Jupiter is expansion and wealth, etc., etc. But if you think about it carefully, sales is actually about influencing people, charming people, winning people over, attracting people to you in a very sort of magnetic way, which is very Venusian, right? So in that case, you might find it's better to work with Venus because Venus allows you to make friends. It allows you to put people at ease. It allows you to entertain people. Venus is very much associated with entertainment and seduction. So if you're a salesperson and you're looking to do a lot of sales and you're working one-to-one with clients, or you're meeting lots of clients or speaking to clients where human contact and personal interaction and charm is what's going to create the wealth, then Venus is the better choice, right? And similarly, you could use Venus, for example, to cleanse yourself of a magical attack. This is one of the things that I think Agrippa mentions in the 3 books of occult philosophy, is that Venus dispels enchantments. So that's what I imagine is the softness. It's that sweetness that sort of has a counter effect to a more malefic kind of spell work. People shy away from Saturn. Saturn is the planet of restriction, constriction, hard lessons, and so on. But Saturn, in fact, is a really great business planet. Anything where you want to build something that endures in the long term, anything where you want to build up a project that will last for many, many years, anything where you are going to reap something later, right? Where you're going to be sowing the seeds for something now and allowing it to germinate and then become something more solid, more rooted later on, right? So sometimes Saturn would be a perfect choice for wealth magic. So the idea that I want to share with you in this video is just to kind of break out of the box of the standard planetary symbolism and begin experimenting, because if you structure the spell well, if you write the petition carefully enough, if you angle it in the right way, you could use any planet to do any given thing. To belabor the point, for example, Mars, if you are a very timid person, but you're now put in a position where you have to do sales and you need a lot of willpower, you need a lot of courage, you need a lot of chutzpah and a sheer a sheer relentless force that sales, sales, you need to pound the pavement, or you need to be you need to be calling hundreds of numbers every day, and just kind of, that requires a lot of courage, a lot of drive and blood. It requires a real martial force. So then Mars might be the perfect thing for that kind of spell. And so Mars would then be ideal for generating wealth if you thought about what it is that you wanted. So my advice there is, think about what it is that you're trying to achieve and how you are going to achieve it. What do you need to make money? See what the vacuum is, and then build your choice of ingredients, your choice of planetary symbolism around that.